Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing your future self's message on what happened with something that is currently troubling you. And to do this reading we are going to be picking 3 piles together. So the different ways in which you can pick your pile today is through the card images, through the crystals, or even through your zodiac signs. And if you prefer to pick using your zodiac signs, then in that case you'll find a timestamp to that down in the description box. It'll take you straight away to that part of the introduction, and you can pick your piles using the zodiac sign that you prefer. Okay, so these are the cards that I see popping up with the intention of today's reading. Let's check them out. So for pile number 1, you have Resourceful. For pile number 2, you have Stronger. And for pile number 3, you have Awake. If you prefer to pick your piles using crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you have the Kunzite point. And this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2, you have the white Howlite point, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 3, you have the Fluorite point. And this is what your crystal looks like. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and this or these will be the piles for you here today. As I always encourage you, in case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. There's no such thing as too little, like you're drawn to just one pile or maybe several or even all, too little or too many. It all depends on how you feel looking at your piles. Sometimes you'll find yourself really drawn to just one. You know that's the one, that's it. Sometimes you'll feel, gosh, I feel drawn to this one and I feel drawn to that one. I feel like both of them are calling me, or I feel all of them are calling me. Sometimes all of the piles are calling you. In that case, they will have important information that your future self is trying to deliver to you. In all cases, please follow your intuition once you're ready. Also, please head down to the description box. Click on your timestamps, and I will see you in your readings. In a moment, I'm about to assign different zodiac signs to each pile. If this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video, take as much time as you need before heading to your reading. But if this is something that you love, then my dear soul family, this particular section of the introduction was created just for you. And what I like to do is shuffle your zodiac signs around really well before we draw out. Let me take the ones in the corner, sorry guys. Before we start drawing out 4 zodiac signs for each pile. Okay, so there we go. Let's now start drawing the signs for pile number 1. So pile number 1, the signs are Scorpio, Sagittarius, Leo, as well as Capricorn. Pile number 2. The signs are Virgo, Taurus, Aries, and Pisces. And the signs for pile number 3 are Cancer, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, I guess, of course, and Libra. So, my dear soul family, these are the 3 piles and the zodiacs that are associated to today's reading. Please feel free to use your rising, sun, and moon. I highly recommend you go by your rising because you will find, as astrologers explain, it deals with your outermost world. And so you'll find that more likely it will be the sign that will resonate with you the most, or will lead you to the reading that will resonate with you the most. I highly, of course, recommend you check out the 3. You might find all of them in one pile or distributed amongst 2 or even 3. And once you're ready, please head down to the description box, click on your timestamps, and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at your future self's message on what happened with something that is currently troubling you. And to do this reading, we are going to be using these different oracle decks as well as this tarot deck. And your main card for this reading is Resourcefulness. You have May You Recover and Rise Again. Love this message for you guys. Your crystal is the beautiful Kunzite point. And if you picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this reading are Scorpio, Sagittarius, Leo, and Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, please don't worry about it. Do note that it is a general reading. Some specific details may resonate with you sometimes, and at other times it may just be resonating with someone else. So please don't worry too much about it. Okay, so let's check out your cards before we begin. You have Know It All, and this is what your card looks like. Know It All. Okay, and it's interesting how you have Resourcefulness on one hand and Know It All on another. Okay, it's kind of giving me a specific message, but I'm gonna wait to see what the rest of your reading is showing us. You have the sacral chakra with completion. Okay, and you have turmoil, of course, with the storm. I think I want to wait, but I at this point, I really feel like something that you are worried about is going to somehow change forms completely. But let's wait and see. You also have the Green Fairy, and the keywords on this card are mischief, freedom, and reckless. Very, very interesting. Reckless and turmoil. Let's find out. Let's pull out your tarot cards. This is the only way where we'll understand the full message of what your future self's trying to show you in regards to what happened with this thing that you are currently worried about and is troubling you. Or what is currently troubling you. Yeah. I feel this one. Let me pull it out. Whoa! All right. Right off the bat, you've got the King of Pentacles. That's awesome. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This one. And this one. These are the ones I feel. So let's check them out. You have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, I'm starting to get some idea here, right? You have the Five of Pentacles. Okay. The Six of Pentacles. Okay. Another perspective, because in this card, the perspective of the person standing is this way, right? Which is the lack way. It's the same side of the lack. Whereas this Six of Pentacles, which is the card of generosity, the perspective has changed, which is kind of what I'm seeing with changing forms or something. Let's continue. You have the Nine of Wands. You perhaps are, with this Nine of Wands, in a situation where, a short-term situation, where you feel you're going through a risk. Maybe something can either go really well for you, if it happens by reaching the shore or reaching your destination, or you feel like you may not be, you might not make it fast enough to reach to the other side. Perhaps that's how you feel about it. You have the Strength card, and you get the idea of hibernation as well with the Strength card, right? Okay. You have the Seven of Wands. Something is at risk, you know? You can see the sharks swimming around this fisherman or hunter trying to get their salmon. Okay. There's danger here. Do you see? There's danger at the moment swirling around you, or there may not. It could be the way you are perceiving it. You have the Justice card, the Empress. This is so awesome to see together, the Justice and the Empress. It's like things are going to work out, but I believe with the Empress having this nurturing energy, I think the scales are going to shift to your side, to your favor. I think now that you don't know which side it's going to go with the Justice card, I believe your future self, at least now, is saying with the Empress card, it's going to tilt to your favor. You have the World card. This is awesome. I'm telling you, something is changing forms in your reading. Like, you're expecting things to go one way, and it's going to shift and work out for you in another way that you're not expecting. Because, the butterflies, they change from initially being a worm to some beautiful creature that flies. So I feel like something is going to change forms for you in whatever it is you are worried about. You have the Ten of Wands. You can see someone's pulling uphill a heavy stone. This is not easy. I can see this is not easy for you. And finally, you have the Hanged Man with perspective. Something is hanging at the moment. Right. Also notice the butterfly wings here. I feel like with this green fairy as well, your future self is saying something surprising here about what is currently troubling you. I feel your future self is telling you you could be refusing to consider or listen or to look at another way of doing something at the moment, thinking that this is the only way to do it, thinking maybe that you lack the resources to do it, especially with the Five of Pentacles, or thinking that you have something in hand, it's better than losing it all. however this fits into your situation. So at the moment, what your future self is trying to show you is that it's going to work out great for you, but you have to understand, especially with the forms, this figure that never lost her father, who's always there. Her father has just changed forms. So you can greatly see that there is something, especially with the reckless and the turmoil, that you are going to do, like some form of risk or a new way that you're going to do something that you wouldn't have considered now or previously, that will change the way or the form in which you are handling the situation, thus setting you completely free. And you do have the freedom keyword on this card. I see, perhaps you're not considering it because you believe that there's some form of risk. As you move to the other side, there seems to be something about you wanting to go to another side, but there is a risk of you doing that. And so maybe you're sticking to that form and refusing to go out of one environment to another because there is a huge risk in you doing that. But look at your cards, all showing how you're moving towards the other side, towards the other side. And it's all a matter of changing perspective, which you could be refusing at the moment. But your future self is telling you, not only do you have the resources for it, especially with the King of Pentacles, but if you look at the situation from an overall view, perhaps plan it well, introspection, to think about something so well, you may just realize that it isn't that scary after all, and you can just shift the way you're thinking about something, shift the way you're doing it, and for once and for all, have the strength to look at that risky situation that you are refusing to look at. Is there another way, the question, that you can do what you're doing, which may be risky, but can relieve you from what you are worried about? That is the question that your future self is looking at you in the eye, trying to tell you. Look, they want you to consider not standing on one side and feeling the lack and being happy with a few little things, which is all right, but knowing that you do have the resources to alleviate this type of lack, and you deserve to have more with the card of generosity, should you shift perspective, which I believe you are going to do. Because with the Ten of Wands, you are carrying something heavy. I mean, carrying a heavy stone uphill, this is tough. This is tough. And I think your future self is telling you, consider doing another way. Maybe you're just so stuck on one way of doing something, and it's becoming very heavy. In fact, the Ten of Wands is like something has become so heavy you're barely making it. You're carrying so much on your back, maybe so many responsibilities. There is another way for you to see. You have may you recover and rise again. There is another way, but if you refuse to look at it, you may not experience something where you would get into a situation which once you have thought it was impossible to do, get into it and realize, oh my God, that was easy. It wasn't as bad as I thought. And maybe your mind could be making it seem so risky, and it may just turn out to be okay. And so to navigate through this risk is not to jump into it without thinking. It's a matter of how you're going to plan and look at the overall picture. with the perspective here. Your future self is telling you, yes, you have the resources, you have the requirements, you have what it needs to do it in this different way. Because you don't want to stand there, put this like amount of effort or carry that amount of responsibility with you on your journey uphill, when really you can do it in a much kinder way. And to do that, as I can see, your future self is telling you, have the strength to pause a little, like with the hibernation in the bear. At least pause in terms of take a break from a way of doing something. Allow yourself maybe to take a break, or just go introspection, hibernation, go introspection, or pause everything you're doing and sit down for a good old planning time. And look at your whole situation. Is there an easier way to do things? Because your future self is telling you, you do have the resources to do it in a different way. And all it takes is a matter of going, like maybe your life is moving so fast and you have so much to do that you didn't have time to consider how you can use your resources or the tools that you have in your hand. And should you do that, you are going to help yourself find balance and nurture yourself into a much easier way of doing something. You know, it's like, I remember something I studied in university where I think it was in the subject of management, like business management or something, of the simple things that make work flow easily, of a person who's trying to paint a wall, who constantly climbs a ladder and then colors the wall, goes back down to the ladder to put his brush into the paint bucket, and then goes back up to paint the wall, and so on. And a small shift can really shift his whole time from doing it for a whole hour to maybe even 15-20 minutes. And that is by bringing the bucket exactly where he needs to put down the brush and bring it up to color the wall. Small things like that. Sometimes we're so busy doing something and it's like working just like that and it's fine, that we don't pause and take a look at how else we can do something. Maybe this sometimes stems from fear. If we change up things, it might change up our whole situation. Perhaps it's stemming from fear. Although, by the way, I do maybe a little bit of fear here. I was going to say I don't see any fear in your reading, but I'm wrong. There is fear here in this 9 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. Whether it's stemming from fear, habit, like the card suggests, know-it-all, thinking that this is the right way to do it. At the end of the day, I believe the completion, or for you to pass from this challenging situation in your life, your future self is telling you, yes, you're going to cross to the other side, but it will require you to pause, reflect. You will find that you, in fact, do have the situation to change the way you're doing something completely. Like there's a change of format here. And through that way, you will be able to, because you will be able to like pamper yourself or take better care of yourself. Perhaps this is what's troubling you, or take care of the situation, nurture the situation. Because here I can see you going from something so heavy to feeling nurtured and loved. So yeah, you can tilt the scale to your own favor by getting the results or finishing something in the way that you would prefer, all while taking good care of yourself. And you do have, as your future self is telling you, you do have, if you think about it well, you do have the resources needed to complete it in the way you would prefer, without having to carry something so heavy on your back. And all the best of luck. The 6 of Pentacles is centering your reading. It's showing that you will, life will be treating you generously. This tough journey is going to end but it is at the same time an invitation of changing forms, because changing forms will give you the freedom you're perhaps looking for in this endeavor or the situation that you're looking into today. And my dear pile number 1, this was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity e-cookbook. It has 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. I was very passionate about this project in 2022. I partnered with a nutritionist that I really love and believe in to be able to bring it out for you guys. I'm so happy I was able to do that. I feel like all of us want to get into a healthy habit, but we have to take care of so many things at the same time. And now that we understand more about nutrition and how it's affecting our world, and we're on the brinks of changing our diets and finding new recipes that are much better for us, I believe that this book would come in and serve you and help you in this way. If you're vegan, there is a vegan version. If not, you can even get both ebooks. There are no duplicate recipes, and this way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from, maybe even for the rest of your life. And if you're interested in checking it out, getting more information about it, reading the reviews, or what to expect in this e-cookbook, you'll find a link to it down in the description box. And my dear pile number 1, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi pile number 2, welcome to your reading. Your crystal is the beautiful white Howlite point, and your card is the card Stronger. I see it says, may you find your roots wherever you walk. Love this card for you. If you were drawn to your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Virgo, Taurus, Aries, and Pisces. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, please remember it is a general reading. Some specific details may resonate with you, and at other times it may simply be resonating with someone else. It is the nature, after all, of a general reading. Okay, so let's check out the last oracle card that we're going to be pulling out for this reading. And as you know, we're taking a look. Looks like it's this one. We're taking a look at your future self's message on what happened with something that is currently troubling you. So let's check them out. You have the gatekeeper, power, abundance. Awesome. You have activist, the heart chakra with growth. Love this. Gatekeeper, but abundance. And then you have growths. Maybe something was growing, stopped, and is growing back or something. Like you, let's wait. Especially that they're coming next to each other. And they're both green. Perhaps it has to do with how you feel about it. Let's find out what your future self is showing us here. Wow, and you have resonance with joy. Love this card, so happy. Okay, let's now check out your tarot cards. It's the only way in which we'll have a full picture to what your reading is saying. And let's ask, what is your future self's message on what happened with what is currently troubling you? What is on your mind? I feel like these are the ones, as well as these and this one. Okay, so let's check out your cards and see what you have. Wow, right off the bat you have the 9 of Pentacles. Love this for you. Awesome. I love this pile for you guys. You have the Devil card. Interesting how you get these two energies. Aha. Could this be what this is talking about? Let's find out. Wow! And then you have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Whoa. You have the Ten of Wands. The Sun card. Wow. And I'm just pausing because I'm thinking of something interesting here. Both give heat. One in a very pleasant way, in a healing way, and another could burn you. Perhaps going too close could burn, but far enough could be very beneficial. Perhaps that's what the gatekeeper is saying. Let's find out. You have the Six of Swords. You have the Four of Cups. Is it you trying to gauge how to do something? Or you're about to figure out how you're to do something? Okay, you have, wow, the King of Pentacles. Very positive cards. But you don't know how something is going to happen, perhaps. Or you're waiting for something. Wow, Ten of Pentacles and King of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Not to mention the Abundance card here. But then the Five of Cups has a tension here. And I'm going to respect that. All right. Or maybe it's saying throw away your disappointment. Perhaps this is what it means. Let's keep it here on its own. Throw your disappointment away. Maybe it's talking about limiting beliefs with the Devil card. Throw your limiting, free yourself from your limiting beliefs. Okay? The Moon card, it's the subconscious mind. Throw away your disappointment and your limiting beliefs. How interesting is the way your future self is showing this to us is so awesome. You must be very creative. Awesome. You have the Six of Cups. And you have two more cards. I would love to see them. So we're going to push these up. As well as these. And since this is meant to take space on its own, I'm going to put one here and one there. So you have the Fool card. Awesome. And you also have, wow, the World card. Look at that. What a coincidence would it be to have the Fool and the World card. It's like end something for something else to begin. You also have that idea with the Wheel of Fortune. Something going down for something else to go up. So let me think about your cards for a moment here. How is this going to happen, whatever it is that that is currently troubling you? Well, first off, I do see your future self telling you you are going to get stronger, right? Maybe something along the way has felt like it's weakening you, and in a short period of time, you are going to get stronger and back up to your optimal health in this situation. And it's not about, see, could be where the limiting belief is. It's not about getting too close to something or too far away from something. This is about gauging how to do the right amount of something. And doing it in this way will build stronger roots in your mind that will allow you to grow in a healthy way or to do whatever it is that you want in a healthy way, rather than perhaps feeling disappointed most of the time. And do be careful. I see your future self is telling you the way you're thinking now may seem like it's not that much of a big deal, but it might burn you out later. Because it's like kind of step by step, taking you to a darker place. One that you may be able to control now because it may lead to a bit of disappointment, a little sadness. but later on might lead to hindering you from, or you having to put in more effort to take yourself out of this situation. So your future self is advising you to adopt joy. Why? Because it will lead to your wishes coming true. Your future self perhaps has learned in their journey how things end up when you follow these ideas, and they don't want you to go through that. They're telling you in all cases with the Nine of Pentacles, your wish fulfillment is happening. Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, especially that you have the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, is absolutely going to manifest. You're going to be so happy. And so don't let these ideas that didn't work out in your future, didn't serve the purpose, and perhaps made you feel disappointed and sad for no reason. Things worked out in the future. So why go through that journey with so much sadness? I feel like the strongest message that your future self wanted to show you in today's reading was how the Five of Cups jumped. And it has great significance in your reading. It's like literally your future self is telling you, throw out your disappointment. Your idea of how the future is going to work is not the right way. That's not how it's gonna go down. What really is going down is that you're being very fortunate, because look at this triangle right there. You're gonna be very fortunate. King of Pentacles, you're going to manifest the things that you want. And the Ten of Pentacles, you're going to be living in a world where you feel absolutely blessed. You've got everything that you need and more. It's like you feel provided for. So don't let these thoughts hinder your growth and be the gatekeeper between you and what you want to manifest. Your thoughts are going to be your strongest asset. With activist, I feel your future self is telling you, speak to yourself in a stronger way. Don't think that the small thoughts and the small words that you tell yourself, like, I don't know if I feel like doing this today, or I don't know if I'm going to do this, or I don't know if I'm worthy of having that. I don't know if I'm able of doing these things. Where am I going to get this from? And they may seem today like harmless thoughts, but your future self is confirming that if you continue to go down that path, things will be harder and harder later on for you to move. Whereas now you are more than capable of slowly but surely, with the Six of Swords, moving to the other side. There's a force and power within you. Do you see the whale? That will take you to the other side. And you are going to be a very fortunate person, especially in the material realm, with all the pentacles and the coins that I'm seeing in your reading. So it's all about how you communicate to your mind, because your future self, having gone through it all, freed themselves. They don't want you to go through this hard lesson of fighting your thoughts and being your own resistant energy before the world, facing the world and with its own resistance. So free yourself from your own resistance, let it go, speak to yourself in a much more powerful way with the activist, and you instantaneously find yourself more joyful, more empowered, and instantaneously grow into the direction that you want to go towards, whatever this is. Because the way you speak to yourself, so this is the gauging here that I'm talking about. I think this is what your future self is saying. The way you speak to yourself in this next phase of your life will be everything. It can either burn you out or will give you the healing and the power that you need to move to the other side in the direction that you are hoping for. In fact, with the Six of Cups in conjunction to the Moon card, I'm getting the idea of befriending yourself, befriending your inner child. Perhaps the way you speak to your inner child kindly will be everything with the World card. It will be, the inner child is the part of us that has the magic. It is the part of us in tune with the magic. And that's why it's one of the reasons why it's so important to heal our inner child, or to have a nice bond with our inner child. It's that part of us that remembers the magic. And so speaking to your inner child kindly in this phase of your life, throwing up this disappointment, your inner child wants to hear things like, it's gonna be awesome, it's gonna be great, we're gonna do everything that we love. In that way, you will get what you want and more. I feel like with the World card and the Moon, you are reprogramming your mind in such a grand way. And this is reminding me, these two circles and this circle, with as within, so without. Your whole world will change in a big way, because at this phase of your life, it's about how you speak to your inner child. And your future self is so wise. It looks to me like they've been on a long journey of how to find their joy, how to find their inner peace, how to heal their inner child. They have done big things. They're very blessed. This is a future self of you that is rooted, grounded in strength and clarity with all of the snow here. May you find your roots wherever you walk. Your future self is telling you, don't go through the journey that I've gone through. You know, there is a much easier way to do it. Are you destined for greatness? Absolutely. Are you destined to achieve that thing you wish out of the situation? Absolutely. But don't go down the road that I went through. You can do it in a much easier way. So, and you can see it here. Perhaps you were going down a road that wasn't good, and there's a cut here, and you're now moving quicker and faster and stronger than ever. With changing your mind and being more joyful and positive as you speak to your inner magic about how you want to move forward today. And so with the Sun card, be positive. Your thoughts and your words can burn you out. Don't move with difficulty. Move with positivity. And so the easiest way and the quickest way to get this abundance in your life that your future self is living in quite fast is to today end one thing and begin another. End the limiting beliefs, throw out the disappointment, and begin to speak to your inner child with the language of abundance that it so wants to hear from you. And whatever it is that it loves with the green heart, with the heart chakra, whatever it is that it wants to hear from you, feed it with that. And take the ride slowly, because here it's about releasing the frustration of the destination and learning to enjoy the journey. Because as I can see here, your future self is telling you, you are going to be one of the luckiest ones who feels blessed, and you're going to have a heart that feels so joyous and happy and positive. You're very strong in your future, living your best life with the Nine of Pentacles, feeling like you've got everything that you want and more. Your future self really feels accomplished, feels like they've done everything for themselves, feels very fortunate, and they're living a happy life that they want you to live today. So I want to get more specific with your reading, and I want to ask, how is it going to go down with your situation? How are your dreams going to be achieved? Because I feel like your future self, and that's awesome, how it's giving you this big picture of how things are going to go great. I also want to ask them, since we have our reading open and the energy is present, I want to ask your future self, how are things like in a more nearer perspective? Like now we know things are going to be awesome for you. How are things going to roll for you? Like how are events going to happen for you? So how is this going to happen for pile number 2, please? Oh. How is this going to happen for pile number 2, please? Thank you. Okay, so you have the King of Swords, the Star card. Oh my God, pile number 2. Wow. I think this is saying you're gonna make it big all of a sudden. It's not like a road with one step after the other. You're gonna, like, all of a sudden make it big. So that's what's happening now. Okay. You have the Eight of Cups. Suddenly you'll be leaving away an old world, saying toodaloo, and getting into this big world. Wow. You've got the extra card in this deck that says the unseen. So there is information that you cannot see now or access now about how the type of surprises and the type of things you don't know coming that will allow you to bang, just get into this energy straight away. Your cards, pile number 2. Wow, the 10 of Cups. You're going to be so happy, so elated. Also, you can see a happy family here. Perhaps some of you will also have a happy family. I think you're really going to be enjoying your world. Look at your cards. It looks like you're so satiated, so happy with how your life is in your future. You have the 9 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. We were asking, let's not forget the question, how are things going to come down? Okay, so now we're seeing, after we've learned that there's something unseen that you don't know about that will make you so happy, which will turn things around for you right away. I also see here that this will happen because you will be facing something that you otherwise would be stressed about. You will be facing something that usually brings you anxiety or usually stresses you out. You know, you'll be beating something that was the root cause. That's why you have the root cause. That was the root cause of you wishing for things and it not happening. You know, this reminds me of so many things. Like, for example, wanting to do something but afraid of taking the step. Or it also reminds me of having dreams but feeling too stressed about working for them. Or it also could remind me of having a certain challenge in your way and like putting everything aside and going, right, I'm going to focus on that one. I'm beating that one. And now that you have it out of the way, the path is clear. And finally, you have the 4 of Wands with the butterfly wings. I feel like your whole situation will transform. Even that opportunity that is unseen, that will bang, change your whole life right away, starts right here with this milestone first of you. With the 9 of Swords, it's the mind beating whatever it is that your mind is afraid of or finds a challenge in. Facing that, changing yourself on the inside will allow not just you to transform, your whole life is going to transform on the outside. And as you get into the energy, the walking energy, moving towards things, as you shift the energy, you will be getting an unforeseen opportunity that will make you elated and will bring something humongous into your life, which was one day now is a wish fulfillment to you, that one day will become your reality. I see you super happy in your future. Your heart just can't handle it. This was your reading, my dear pile number 2. I truly wish you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity e-cookbook. It has 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious. And the most important thing is that they're cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. If you have certain health goals, this is the book for you this year. It's going to allow you to find healthy and delicious meals very easily. also, like on your fingertips, also help you cook them in a matter of minutes. This was a project that I was very passionate about in 2022, and for this reason I did partner with a nutritionist that I personally really love and believe in. You find all the information that you need about the nutritionist, about the book, what to expect, the type of things included, the reviews, everything is in there. And if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find the link to it down in the description box. There's also a vegan version if you're vegan. If not, you can make use of both ebooks. You'll find that there are no duplicate recipes, and this way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from, maybe even for the rest of your life. My dear pile number 2, thank you so much for tuning in, wishing you the best, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Your crystal is the beautiful fluorite point. Whoa, how many are these? 3. Okay, awesome. Your crystal is the beautiful fluorite point, and your main card for today's reading is called Awake. It says, may you wake up, to the beauty. Love this card for you. If you've chosen your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Cancer, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always say, please don't worry about it. Do note that this is a general reading. Some specific details may resonate with you, and at other times it simply may be there for someone else. All right, so let's put everything to the side for now and take a look at your oracle cards to get like an initial grasp into your reading. I feel like I want to begin with these two. You have, wow, passion, the fire. I love this. May you wake up to the beauty. Wow, I love that for you. Okay. Really love this for you. And you have momentum, the flow. Okay. Right. No, I feel this one. Although this one would fit better. Nah, that's not the one meant to go there. Okay, you have the third eye chakra with despondence. You won't believe me, guys. I thought something was so like weird here, so I just kept it in my mind. I was like, this person looks pregnant. So I was like, yeah, the way they're holding their tummy reminds me of a pregnant woman. And then that's what you get here with despondence. So there is this idea about something being birthed into your life. Something is like being created for you. So right off the bat, I mean, we're going to take a look at the rest of your cards, of course, but right off the bat, in regards to something that is troubling you at the moment, there's this clear answer, because, you know, a plant is also a form of birth, right? This fertile land being the womb, and the seed growing in this womb until it comes out as this beautiful flower. So there's definitely this idea of something happening, at least energetically, like something is forming for you that you cannot see at the moment, that you will really love. So there's good news here. In terms of whatever it is that you're worried about. Good news, maybe you'll be seeing something happening for you. Maybe something is going to work out for you. It's in the happening. It's cooking. And wow, you have the master of the hunt with speed, masculinity, and flow. Yeah, also, you know, something so funny. I remembered the word masculinity as I looked at this card as well. You do have, although with all the fertility, you have this like balance of masculine and feminine energy. So let's continue. You have final approach, Ooh, so cool. Okay. It's like you're on the brinks of finally moving towards the light at the end of that tunnel. And there's an emphasis on your third eye chakra. Again, the idea of something happening, you may not be seeing it now, but it's definitely moving. You have romantic, love your cards. So maybe that's an offer that is going to reach you. Someone's going to be offering you something. And then you have oppressor. Let's wait. I think it's time for your tarot deck. Right. Oh, let's take these and these and see what your handy dandy tarot deck is about to say in this situation that we're taking a look at now. So what does your future self's, what is your future self's message on what happened with something that is currently troubling you? And finally, these two cards, this one and this one. There are a lot, but these are the ones that I see for you. So let's find out. Maybe you're meant to hear it on 2 readings. Let's find out. So you have the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands. Look at the Knight of Wands taking a leap. And you know, the Sphinx reminds me of something being so ancient. So you're like taking a leap into something that you may have wanted to do a very, very long time. Finally taking that leap. Finally making it happen. Yeah, something growing. Maybe even you're growing or something. You have the 6 of Cups, reaching your destination finally. Reaching a huge hope. Reaching towards something that your heart desired. Something that you love. Finding hope, like finally being where you want to go. And you have the Death card. Finally getting that transformation. Is it a personal transformation for you? Perhaps. You have the 9 of Wands. Look at that. I love that for you. You have the 7 of Pentacles. That's the after tarot. That's why you see the aftermath in all of these cards. Oy, looks like these two are coming together. And you have the 7 of Cups. This person has gotten everything they wanted and more. And they've dropped something they don't like with the 4 of Cups. They're like, I'm not going to take this. And you have, look at that, the 9 of Cups. I see you constantly getting what you want, dropping what you don't like, enjoying the fruits of, like, enjoying the situation, enjoying your wish fulfillment, living in that wish fulfillment, indulging in it. So that's really awesome. If you want to reach a specific destination, I do see that your future self is telling you you've reached there. I see your future self talking to you about, I was going to say something oppressing you. Obviously, that's the name of the reading. That's the energy we've been asking about. But something is troubling your heart. It could be somebody in your life that is like literally oppressing you, just like the card is showing you. Maybe it's your mind playing games on you and you're trying to heal something, because I did notice an internal thing, an internal transformation, you becoming the person that you want to be. Maybe you've been having struggles with giving birth or having a child. That is something that's transforming for you. You're reaching that destination. In all cases, whatever it is that you wanted to do or to happen, I see that's blossoming for you. I see your future self telling you, look, you got this. You've gotten what you wanted out of this situation completely. You've dropped the things you didn't like, and you're indulging in this in the future. You're really loving it. There is an element in your reading of self-empowerment, but also an element of abundance. So there is two things that I'm seeing. I'm seeing your future self talking about how you've changed within this situation, but also how opportunity presented itself to you. Is it the opportunity that's being presented to you that allowed you to heal, or is it your healing that allowed you to receive the opportunity? Good question. I think these two cards are answering it, because it is something that I noticed as soon as the Nine of Wands came on the table. I see in this Nine of Wands, in this after tarot, they're no longer like uptight and sorry. I keep saying Nine of Wands and I want to say Five of Wands. My apologies, guys. I meant to say Five of Wands. So you can see here, instead of them holding their wands and fighting together like the regular Five of Wands, they're not fighting anymore. I think they decided to organize things and discuss things, and they've decided to handle things in a much more mature way. So seeing the mind here, perhaps this is saying, especially that we have the third eye, this is saying, I think you were struggling through something first and foremost with your personal power, with the Queen of Wands. Yes. And maybe a thought was oppressing you. A thought was beating you down. And I think it has to do with power, not just because of the Queen of Wands actually, but also the masculine energy that I've noticed. I think your future self is referring to how you've healed your masculine energy, and that is your power, like bringing out your internal power. Perhaps this is learning to say no, or standing up for yourself, or setting strong boundaries. And since I saw this, I kept saying Nine of Wands instead of Five of Wands. So it's one thing or the other, but I see that your future self is saying you've empowered yourself first, because I was wondering, where is it? And there we got it here. You've empowered your mind in the future by no longer struggling within yourself, but doing it in a more mature way. How interesting. And that's how you saw the light. Your future self is saying you will figure this out with the third eye chakra, slowly but surely, with the Seven of Pentacles. If you work on this, on yourself, on your mind, on the ideas that could be oppressing you, slowly, little by little, you will get exactly, you are going to get that gift that you've been patiently waiting for, that will allow you to do things in a much more mature way than struggling through specific thoughts that are taking away your power. With that, your future self is showing that you will take a huge leap. And so this means don't be afraid to walk slowly now, because in your near future, you will be running rather quickly. So take your time. Do you have momentum? I knew it. I heard momentum. I was like, no, this pile has momentum. This word that I just channeled was already there. Momentum. Create momentum. Don't rush it now. Let it take its time. Be patient with it, because in a split of a second, all of a sudden, it's going to birth, it's going to blossom, it's going to come out. These thoughts are going to help you find your strength, your internal power. and they will allow you to take a leap. Do you see the running? They will allow you to quickly reach your destination where you wanted to go. And from there, you are going to transform this whole situation that you are worried about now. So be patient with this, because personal power is leading to manifesting the things that you want, and it's leading to offerings as well that you will be getting in the future. I see you so blessed, where not only are you getting the things that you want, but I see you accepting things and sometimes turning down things. It's like you've got this power that allows you to take what you want, drop the things that you don't want because you've got all the options, and you're really living this dream. I see so much love towards you. Maybe if this is your work, for example, then these are offers coming to you. If this is your romantic, if this is about your personal power and your romantic life, then finding your personal power is allowing you to find the right person. If this is about a skill that you want to learn, then it is about being patient, reaching there and getting offers with whatever it is that you wanted to do with that skill. So I do see offers and abundance as a result of personal power. And yeah, your future self is saying you'll get there, get into the flow. Slowly but surely, you'll build this momentum, which will ultimately transform you, your whole life, and allow you to indulge in your biggest dreams. This is the after tarot. Your future self is showing you how happy and indulged they are in their lives. They're eating it, they're smelling it, they're living it, they're very happy. So yeah, coming from the future, they're telling you, oof, it's awesome there. I no longer have to look from afar and dream. I get to receive and even pick the ones that I like and leave out the rest that I don't like. So you're offered many things, it seems. Part of your story is you being offered things and even accepting some and leaving some, like you're receiving the wild things of your wildest dreams, and even getting to choose the things that you want and leaving out the rest behind. And it says, may you wake up to the beauty. It makes me feel like you're one day just going to wake up and realize, bang, I got this. It's happening. I found my personal power, and I'm able to run as fast as I want. So stick to that and be patient for now, is the message I'm getting from your future self. Okay. So lovely to see this for you. You still have more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll put the 6th right there, right? Although I really love your cards, but let's see your message. Ooh, wait, hold on. There we go. That's better. Just got to be careful with the new YouTube rules. So you have the World card, the 3 of Wands. I think your future self is here saying, you yourself as a person, you're going to be changing. And once that happens, you're going to be flying off free to do so many things that you want to do. It's like you're free now. You don't have to rely on anything anymore, anyone or anything. And that's why there's an emphasis on you. And just like a magician, you've got all the tools of the magician, letting you know that you've got everything within you that you need to make that happen. You do not need to look outside of you. You just want to maybe be a bit patient until it comes together for you. You'll be flying off free. Nothing can hold you back now. You have the 8 of Wands. There's the idea of things moving fast, and look at where it's falling. Right on top of the Knight of Wands. Both the 8 of Wands and the Knight of Wands have in common the idea that things start moving very quickly for you. And going right on target. It's like you being quick on your feet, but still hitting the target. You have the Page of Wands, and you have another element. You keep getting that. Getting what you want and dropping what you don't want. And you can see the Page of Wands has started a new chapter of leaving maybe toxicity behind, leaving the things that used to make them sad behind, leaving the things that they didn't like behind. So I see both aspects here. Your future self wanting to emphasize how you're going to be ending some things that you don't like, walking away from things that you don't like. You have the capability of, with the World card, ending an old chapter of your life, moving away from the things that used to make you sad, and now being empowered to be free and to move towards the things that you want, the direction that you want. You have the Three of Pentacles. You can see someone has finished working on something, is about looking one last time at it and leaving. And you have the Five of Cups. You know, this Five of Cups reminds me of, what's the story of this person that keeps calling out for help, help, that's drowning, and people saved this person several times, until the third time he was actually drowning and no one was listening to them anymore. So I think, for some of you, to be specific, maybe you were so there, especially with the collaboration with the Three of Pentacles, you were so there for someone or some people, very responsive, and they continuously disappointed you with the Five of Cups. And I see you going, well, I've worked a lot on how to handle you, how to handle myself, but now I'm choosing to leave. So yeah, I think some of you, it must be that some of you are dealing with the wrong type of people that you're be walking away from, not allowing them to put that type of energy in your life. But this work with them got you stronger, and it allowed you to form yourself in the way that you wanted to. You know, shadow is not something for us to be afraid of, because if we work with it, we find our true potential. And it's about integrating the shadow and not pushing it away. So really, I think you will be working on yourself a lot, on your shadow, and it will allow you to find the light. I see you walking away from the wrong people and saying your last goodbyes and choosing your own path, your own life story, your own dreams and wishes. I see that you're not allowing, with this new masculine, powerful energy of not allowing anyone or anything to disappoint you anymore. You're set free. You found your potential and who you are. And with that is coming a lot of offers. And so your future self is saying, just be patient. Work with what you have now, and soon you will be walking away from that. And perhaps this is why you have the womb. It's like you're growing. Maybe the giving birth is to you, your new you. And that's already in the making. It's forming, it's happening, you're growing, and you're finding that power. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to check out my productivity e-cookbook. It has 210 recipes that are healthy, delicious, and are cooked in a matter of minutes, giving you the rest of the day to do what is important for you. If you have health goals for this year, this is the book for you that can truly help you out. I did partner with a nutritionist that I personally really love and believe in 2022 to be able to bring out this e-cookbook for you. And if you're vegan, there is a vegan version. If not, you can make both. You can make use of both ebooks. There are no duplicate recipes. And this way you'll have a plethora of healthy and delicious meals to choose from, maybe even for the rest of your life. And if you're interested in checking it out, finding more information about this book, you'll find a link to it down in the description box. And my dear pile number 3, thank you so much for tuning in, wishing you the best of luck, and I'll catch you in the next reading.